here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Hey, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Got it.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Chargers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
To throw again on second down, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And they'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
By J.T. Woods.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. We're only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it? You kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Devon Hamilton forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Herbert now. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this to Ekeler. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Ekeler, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 24, Herbert. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Devon Hamilton. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams from 13 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 44, Lawrence. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield with man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught. Touchdown! Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. On the move past the 40. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is a counter play. Eckler. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. Lawrence hit him, the ball is free. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A Play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 24 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Again, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Now it's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
Now 2nd and goal at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as... Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Touchdown catch, and the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He'll get that underneath ETN. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Eckler now between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Eckler again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, short shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Ingram hauls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Etienne, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.